Hello and welcome back to another episode of Starcraft. This time, with less of me ignoring the timer and forgetting what time it is. Now, going to lift this up and see if I can put it... Aha! I can put it closer. Screw you too, game. Except those guys are going to keep walking in the way. Oh, there we go. It crushed that SCV and he just kept going on like nothing happened. But what I do want is a pair of these. Get the siege tank. Want one for down there. 1, 2, 3 fire bat. Unlike facing Terran, you will actually want at least one fire bat in the similar way that you want a fire bat for the Zerg. Because the Protoss do actually employ melee units. Surprisingly, being a hyper-advanced race. They're very fanatical in the things that they do. So, yeah. But I want you to repair that, and I want a bunker. Another bunker. Just... I suppose putting it right here, even though that limits the range just a little bit. Put you in there, fire bat, and do that. And now I need some more supplies. Get that. I think I will use the dropship to explore a little bit. Now, if you look, 20 damage, 80 shield, and 100 health. That is one of their standard forces. Like I said, the Protoss are incredibly strong. I mean, if you're a clever player, I think you could probably drain their forces. Well, their resources for their forces, because like I said, they're also incredibly expensive. But to do that to an AI would be very, very difficult. Also, let's get a starport, you know, right over here. Why not? I can get more supplies over here. I will not, due to the fact that I have Kerrigan around, I will not actually get a line of defensive turrets until I know that I'm going to need them, because since we're facing the Protoss, their flying units, unlike the Zerg, will be mechanical, meaning I can just lock them down. And then when I know that they're there, I will actually do something. Now, that is a little outpost. Okay, that's an actual base. That has a sizable amount of resources. We want that. We want to get there as soon as possible. I think my thing broke. Just give me a moment, because I believe my thing broke a little bit, and I don't know why. Hang on. Now, hopefully that didn't ruin the recording, because pausing the video has ruined the recording before. But for some reason, somehow my game got stuck in the going down, which nothing minimizing and going back up couldn't fix, of course, but... Okay, we do have another scanner. Let's actually see what the Zerg has. That's a greater spire, and I always thought the top of that was creepy as hell. But they do have a pair of spore colonies to make sure that any form of air units that decide to attack it are not going to have a good time. Oh, that one's empty. I got a hive there. It doesn't seem like they have a whole lot of units, though. They do have an Ultralisk cavern. Let's hope they don't make any Ultralisks. Sheesh. We do get battle cruisers. We are going to get a couple battle cruisers. Battle cruisers will be nice as supporting units. Totally not as main troops at all. I would like you to come over here and build another barracks. Ah! That was their base unit. As you can see, a single one versus a bunker, it still got up to the bunker, unlike, say, a group of half a dozen Zerglings. In fact, I will get the siege tank for that area right now. Sorry. Went to scratch the back of my head. That's what I think. Oh, ow! Rude! What the hell are you oh. Yeah, I went to go scratch the back of my head, and I think I might have hit the headset in the process. Okay, you go over there. And you go in there. Now, I will still try and primarily have a force of Marines in the frontal line. I don't think, besides them being more resilient, they have anything exceptionally dangerous. Besides the fact that their characters are dangerous to begin with. Part of the reason why I'm getting that, and oh my god, I forget how expensive battle cruisers were. And if I remember, they had cost an extortionate amount of time to even build. Which is why I'm going to get a nice chunk of Marines. Let's continue scanning there. Oh, that is their defensive cannon. Only 100. I believe that to me, I always never saw them that dangerous. I believe the photon cannon is actually the weakest defensive building in the entire game. Which, moving in my chair to get a little bit more comfortable, which I believe is fair considering the, strength of their troops. Because we're going to lose a lot of men assaulting any base. Part of why I wanted air support of some description. Getting some battle cruisers as air support would be immensely helpful. We do actually need more resources, however. Is there... Yes, there is some over here, but those are kind of in the way, because, reasons. But I will have this guy go down there to start building build a replacement SCV. Provided he goes in the right direction. 8, that's 12. What? Oh. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that guy will sit there for a little bit, but let's take Group 1 and actually explore the known area instead of the unknown. Kind of don't want to send a single group. Is that entirely necessary? Having a Vespane geyser there. Of all possible locations, a Vespane geyser just out in the middle of scenic nowhere. Question, I know I posed the question for minerals, but here's the even greater question. How is there a geyser of gas on a space platform? Oh hey, you were kind of hiding under there. Yeah, they 3-shot Marines. I think there is one... Oh my word. These things... Oh, they have armor. They already have armor and everything. Jinkies. Here's one key thing that we're going to need against these guys. We're going to need science vessels. I believe we're going to need science vessels. This might be the first level that I will actually need to do more than basically one video total for. Cause yeah, in fact, let's send these guys. You know what? You're going to die in one shot anyway. Let's send these guys just on a suicide mission to get rid of them. Because, in all honesty, they're not that strong regardless. It'd probably be best to just get rid of them. Yeah, that's tough. It's going to be really, really tough. But yes, getting that, we're going to need to get the EMP. Ah! Damn it. We are going to need to get the EMP in order to appropriately help. Now, what is... That's open space. That's more defenses. I'm guessing that that isn't their only base up there. Consider... Yeah, there we go.
Not enough energy.
I was about to say, I don't think that's their only base over there. But yeah, the reason why I'm getting multiple science vessels is because the EMP in key battles is going to be immensely useful. Because it's, in some cases, it's going to... Well, in most cases, it's going to almost half the Protoss health. Like, he's only 60, 100, but I believe the Dragoons, because these are Zealots, 16 damage. 16. I believe the Dragoons, which are the other unit, have 80. So, I mean, let's get some more Marines. All of the Marines. I would get Goliaths, but I feel like at least until I get a more solid income, Goliaths would not be the best idea. So, you are... There's only 5 people left of the original Team 1. Okay, Team 1 and 2 actually do attack moves, because chances are you'd get attacked on your way and then die, and then it'd just not be good. Also, the Titan reactor, just so they can hold half of a charge for the next one. In fact, same thing for the battle cruisers. What about the Terran Armory? That's right. It's like I said, I do want battle cruisers. See, did you see how many Marines there had to be just to kill that guy before he managed to get a swing? Man. There is a couple guys up on the hill there, which is nasty. I think I might drop an EMP on those guys, and I'll definitely drop an EMP over here. Because 20... They will two-shot the Marines even if we had level 2 armor. Because they do 20... Even if we had level 3 armor, I think they'd two-shot it. I don't quite remember. It's... I can't do math while recording at 3 in the morning. Yes, it's 3 in the morning, and I'm recording. No, I don't have a problem. Why would you think that? Okay. But once I get Team 3, I really need to move this bunker so that way that guy doesn't have to walk all the way around the building. Team 3. Oh hey, there's another one. Shoot it! Oh hey, there's 2. We already lost a Marine to 2 people. You know what? Armor isn't even worth it on these things. Just all damage. I'll get the armor after. Now, if I drop an EMP right here, that only hit 1. You mother trucker. Just, can they not shoot down there? No, they definitely can. Okay, that's 1. Also, those guys fall apart into a pile of blue goop. Not entirely sure how I remember how I feel about that. But if I fly there, those attacks are quite nasty. I kind of need to pay a little bit of attention to them. Okay. You know what? Let's put a rally point here and start some Goliaths and vehicle weapons. If I draw some of these guys way. You know what? EMP the melee units. That should help our guys quite a bit. I think I just need to EMP as I'm going, unfortunately. Oh no. Oh no! That's an Ultralisk. Ultralisks are not friendly to see. There we go. Get rid of those shields. They are not nearly as tough. And there's that, and then there's that guy. And then there is a photon cannon. Oh my god, all of the death. There is so much! Why is there so... I just sent 3 dozen Marines to their death. Well then. They even sent an attack force back here to defend. And I did that for what? What did I accomplish there? Nothing. Nothing was accomplished that day except death. Death and destruction and doom. I highly underestimated how dangerous they actually were. How much is even left in that base? There is still so much left in that base. Yes. 3 Dragoons classify as a lot. I'm going to pretend I did that on purpose. I'm just going to send 6 of those guys over there. My plans are all falling apart in front of me. Granted, I had to have plans to begin with, but, you know, details. Let's land this here. I know someone's out there thinking, yeah, you totally don't need nukes here. Yes, but nukes do so little damage that they're probably not even going to one-shot anything. I mean, maybe a nuke in the front of that would have knocked out a few of its forces? Honestly, it probably would have knocked out more than I give it credit for. But details and semantics. All you guys get to mining. This is going to be a tough level, because I need to get there soon before the AI mines all of that out. Because if they mine all of that out, I'm probably not going to actually have the resources to go assault the other base, because this is... It looks like this might mostly be open space. Yes, this is solidly open space. There is... Okay, there's a few scraps of minerals there. Oh no, that's a robotic support. If they use what the robotic support lets you get, I am just going to cry. Funnily enough, this base does not actually seem nearly as heavily defended as the northern end. I mean, like, they have primarily zealots and a couple photon cannons. I could take that out with a pair of battle cruisers. Speaking of which, I should probably actually get battle cruisers. Right, I have 6. Let's bump that up to 8. Because those guys are going to mine that out and then come down there to join us. I just need more minerals. And I'm not getting the minerals quickly enough. Again, building a battle cruiser is kind of expensive. You know what? Screw it. What would I rather? A battle cruiser or a lot of infantry? I think a lot of infantry. With Goliath support. Some kind of mech support. There's just so little... Like, did you notice? Everything has been fine up until this exact point. This exact level just bumps up the difficulty to 10 with no rhyme or reason. Like, suddenly you're facing an entirely new type of unit. Or an entirely new faction that you have not dealt with at all. You have no clue their strengths or how tough it's going to be to break through anything. And on top of that, they don't give you a whole lot of resources to actually work with. Like, yeah, they give you this and that, but you can't actually get these minerals from the Zerg, because if you do, you'd have to destroy buildings. And if you destroy a building, you're dead. Because you lose, because you're supposed to be protecting them for an arbitrary reason of arbitrary. Where's the dude that I had? There he is. He was behind that pillar of something. Let's get armor. Why not? Do I have the full slew? I do not have the full slew. I need 2 more Goliaths. Really? Well, that's their air unit. Say hello to the scout. It is basically the Protoss version of the Wraith. It's a little bit more resilient than a Wraith, but by and large it is much, much better on fighting air units than it is ground units. And it is even more expensive than a Wraith, to the point that building a fleet of scouts is about as useful as building a fleet of Wraiths. Alright. Could you guys kindly stop walking into each other and just get to the area? That was much better. Can I say that? That was much better. No, Mr. Tank, you get to stay at home. Ah! However, they do still really, really hurt. It's Team 1. Team 2 is missing a Marine, but frankly, I don't give a crepe. Was that necessary? Every time.
Base is under attack.
And another attack in the back, but it looks like very light this time. And group 3. Now, with the newfound knowledge of how not to screw up when assaulting the Protoss, they have mostly recovered their people. They have basically... they even put people back on defense up here, even though I killed some. That's just mean. They basically have their everything again. Hoi. Here's what I'm going to do. I have the Goliaths go up in the front and deal with these first couple. And when they get these guys, boom. Even though that was probably mostly a waste. Also, that really hurt the Goliath. There is another one up there. The only problem with the Goliath is they're so bulky. They're so bulky, and I want the Marines to go in first, but they're so fat that they kind of get in the way of said Marines. And go. Let's hope this works. Otherwise, I might be out of just straight up frontal attack ideas. Alright, definitely time. That was a... yes, I know we're getting a saw. It came from behind. There is just more and more just coming out of the woodwork. They're like Zerg, but they actually really hurt. I don't entirely know what to do against this many. Like, they have as many as I do, except I have even... that dude's dead. We need to get rid of their constructing buildings really badly. They're sending reinforcements and everything. And everybody's dead. My God. Wow. Well, I'm going to call it a video here, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to rebuild and get a more strategic force off camera, because obviously I built up once. I'm not going to build up again on the video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a more strategic force off camera, and when we come back I will actually have an appropriate assault force to get rid of that. Also, just a thought, but I think, funnily enough, the northern base that's closer to you is supposed to be the second base you go after, because if I scan down here, there is not a lot of actual defense. Like, there is not a lot there. However, there is a healthy chunk of minerals and just a crap load of pylons, and I'll explain the pylons next time. But that is all for now. When we come back, I will have a prepared force. I'm just going to restart the level and do it better, faster, stronger. Till next time, see you later.